obviously, disappointed that we weren't able to find a way, whether it's just through the 40 minutes, but also the end of the game. I thought we obviously fought and were in a position to have a chance to steal it at the end. A lot of respect for Coach Jacobs, the Florida Atlantic program, what they've done over the years, and their players and their coaches right now. Very good ball club, and they came in here hot tonight. They came in here and shot the ball well to start. Obviously, they got up to a big lead. We were able to turn it around. It's an 18-point turnaround. We take a 5-point lead, I believe, in the second half at one point. But in the end, we were not able to convert on 3-point attempts, and free throws ends up being the difference, to be quite honest. Anytime you can have 18 more field goal attempts and 25 offensive rebounds, you feel good about where you are. And we were in a possession game. But trying to win games shooting 38% and 52% from the free throw line versus a really good offensive team is difficult. And so, it came down to those last couple plays, and we had a chance to either send it to overtime or maybe fortunate enough to win if one of those threes goes in. But, it was a accumulation effect of, I think we had the ball at the free throw line twice with the chance either to tie or take the lead, and it just didn't happen because we missed free throws, and that's part of the game.
Coach, that last possession, in particular off the steal, would you like to see your team attack? I mean, I know Ward got a good look off the pass margin, but, attacking the paint, trying to tie it up.
Yeah, it's so hard. You had no timeouts at that moment. We had talked about what we wanted to do, but you get a steal and you go, and the player's going to play, man. Like, you can't, you're not going to move chess pieces at that moment. The guys knew what to do. Jay made his in. Jay got 3 shots in the final 10, 12 seconds of the game, 30, whatever it is. I have to watch the tape and look at the exact clock. But you can't ask for much more than that. So to get looks and drive the ball and kick and get open threes or get to the rim and get to the free throw line. It'd be one thing if we're sitting here saying we didn't get a shot off or we turned it over, but we had shooters and guys getting to the free throw line, guys getting looks with the chance to either win or tie at the rim or late game in terms of offensive rebounding. Something you got to take that. You got to take that. So I'm definitely not going to sit here and say, should have done this, should have done that. That player's going to play. And he attacked, and I'm proud of Jay, what Jay did. I'm very proud of how he played and how he fought down the stretch. Those were big plays, including getting that offensive rebound late that they called a lane violation. I'll go watch it. But I think he has a lot of heart, and our guys do. Now, this is a tough group of guys, a resilient group of guys that play with a lot of heart. And 25 offensive rebounds and the passion they played with shows that.
What have you kind of seen from him and from Jan to make that decision?
Well, I think it's more about just the collective, our team, the way we were playing over the last 6 games. And honestly, and I said it pregame and I said it to ESPN before the game, it's to allow RJ just to take a little pressure off himself. It's to allow him just to see the game, maybe the first 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, everyone gets so enamored with starting. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's who's on the court at the end of the game, and it's who's on the court during the game. And RJ's a starter here forever. But this was just to allow him to have a chance to maybe see the game, take a little pressure off, a little bit of the edge off that maybe he has felt for being a targeted guy, which is a great tribute to him, which is something he has earned because of his work and who he is as a player. And you know what? He responded. He responded like a true pro would respond. And I'm really proud of him with that. You see what he did, but that's what being a great teammate is. You find a way. FAU has their 2 top leading scorers coming off the bench. Kobe Knox from South Florida, who just really hurt us the other night, was averaging 9 points a game starting. He's averaging 17 coming off the bench. So, again, I think that is overblown, but I thought it was more about helping RJ and our team than it was, hey, he's done this and he deserves this or does that. We got 8 guys that we got to get playing their best together, 8, 9 guys.
I guess going off that, RJ, he's got his second best shooting percentage of his career. I mean, it's not like he's having a really down year. I mean, have you been able to see him take those next steps? I know you're challenging him
to find his way. I mean, have you seen that?
Yeah, and there's no doubt about it. And you know what it is? It's not as much about what he's doing over the course of the year. There was a 6-game stretch where we haven't been able to win. We've been in a little bit of mud in the month of December. And the percentages as our team were really down. And you're looking for it's not always, hey, since RJ's percentage is low, okay, we're making a change. It's nothing to do with that. Sometimes it has to do with getting guys on the court that might be, hey, they're more of a facilitator. Maybe they're not guys that are being targeted as much as a scorer, which might take pressure off another guy because he's going to have an opportunity to create. And that's all it is. I mean, it is really that simple, and I thought RJ really responded well. But yeah, we're challenging RJ, just like we're challenging all our guys. But you know what? RJ challenges himself. There's nobody that's as hard on himself as RJ is, and that's why he is who he is, and that's why he responded today. And he's going to continue to bounce and get back on track.
Coach, you mentioned this team's heart, just moving forward, that intangible, it's not going to show up on the stat sheet, but how important is heart and team camaraderie moving forward?
Yeah, it's huge. You know what? Because, you know what? We've lost some games. And yeah, that is because you know what? I've been in this long enough to see where it's affected in practice and how guys compete and how you would never know. Is there an anger and a pissed offness, if that's even a way to say it, about this team? Absolutely. And you feel it in practice and you feel it in that locker room right now. Are they down in there? Absolutely they are. Because they want this for each other, for this university, for this program, for Greenville, for ECU. But that being said, camaraderie, tightness, guys competing on the court, that togetherness is what's going to allow us to look at these 2 to 3 things this game that we got to fix to give ourselves a chance to be better come Wednesday night. And you know what? You can clearly look. I mean, again, it's hard to win shooting 38% and shooting 52% from the free throw line. We get to the free throw line with chances to seize control of the game. We have to do that. Or we have to make those free throws. And we didn't tonight, but this team's not going to put their head down. This is a tough group of guys. This is a tough program that's going to put their head down and work to get better for Wednesday night.
Obviously, you pride yourself a lot on defense. They assisted 24 of their 31 baskets. How'd you feel about your team's defense? Was that just a credit to how well they passed the ball tonight?
This is one of the top pace of play shooting teams in the country. And they got 8 players that are averaging between 8 and 13 points or something like that. They're a hard team to guard. We held them below their average. They made shots. They made some tough shots. This is part of the game. I don't expect to come in here, when you say we pride ourselves on defense, we do. We do pride ourselves on defense. We're playing against good teams that can shoot the basketball. They go 10 for 20. What we looked at more than anything going into playing this team was taking away their three-point rate. 23 is a team getting off 20 in today's game is you have done a good job keeping them off the three-point line. I give them credit. 5 or 6 of those were on our terms contested. 5 of them, we're going to go look at and say, hey, we got to be better here. But our whole thing is we have been hurt at the three-point line on both ends of the floor right now. Turnover rate, offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, those things we're doing at a pretty strong level. Taking care of the basketball. The three-point line offensively for us, the three-point line defensively for us has been a struggle in the month of December. And that's where our focus is. And if you let a team get 43s off, we're in trouble. So we did that, but I pat them on the butt. They made those shots. And they're a talented team that can shoot the basketball.
Coach, as far as the free throws are concerned, you have a handful of make those to win the game. How do you get the free throw percentage to improve?
Continue to do what we do, work on them in practice. We just said in the locker room, I think free throws are a very individual thing. What I mean by that is I've been around it long enough to know when guys struggle in the free throw line, you know what they do? They come in here, they get in Minji's at night, they come in here, you guys were in the gym right now, and they come in here and they just lock in and shoot. And our guys will do that. They've done that. The disappointing thing is we've actually been a pretty good free throw shooting team. We've had games where we have shot. We get to the free throw line at a very high rate, top 100 in the country. We've shot a decent percentage. Man, I wish I knew the exact answer why they didn't go in tonight, why we didn't shoot 70% versus 52. Because you know what, 70% or probably 68% for 72, this whole press conference feels a lot different right now. I wish I had that answer. But I know this, our guys, they're workers. They're a tough group of guys. They'll look in the mirror. They'll be in here tonight. They'll be in here tomorrow. They'll be shooting free throws on their own because they care. Because they care a great deal, and I respect that.
Coach, any update you can provide on Julian?
Yeah, Julian has stepped away from basketball. He has not stepped away from the team. He is with us. We're there for him, but he stepped away from basketball for personal reasons. So at this point, we don't expect to have him. Not having him, not having Tybo Bailey. He was sick today. That's why you guys didn't see him. Yeah, that makes you a little thin in the backcourt, but I thought RJ and Cam and Trevi, when we put him back there, Trevi got banged up. I got to go find out what happened to him. I know he got banged up late in the game. I hope he's okay. He's such a big piece of our team, his heart, his effort. But, yeah, we were a little thin today, but that's the deal with Julian and with Tybo today.
And just for clarification,
Yes.
I'm expecting back this season.
At this point, I don't. We're moving forward as right now based on him being, him stepping away from basketball for personal reasons. I don't expect that.
Anything else? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.